Who do you trust when your site turns on itself? What is the video your movement was defending? And and what if Candace Owens, the loudest voice in America, is the one holding the match that lit the fire? You know what? Stay with me. You need to stay with me for any bombarding news, one after another. Not breathing, no breathing. And what did Candace Owens actually accuse Erika Kirk of? Why is Claire Charlie Kirk's own security guard now showing Candace? And why? Why did Laura Loomer say Candace got embarrassed? And what is the Fort Huachuca meeting? And is it real? And why did Erika Kirk break down in tears at the WHCD shooting? And in Candace Owens running a grief operation or a conspiracy factory, why is Laura Loomer threatening to expose Candace's personal life? And what does the Bridge of Charlie's series actually claim? Who is really winning in this war and who about to lose everything? Do you know? And here the one every American should be asking right now: when conservatives eat their own benefits, and I'm going to answer every single one of those every questions. And by the end of this video, you will never see Candace Owens the same way again. And you know what? I'm your host. The channel does one thing: we tell Americans the truth mainstream media won't touch. Today's story, it's not just drama, it's a full-blown civil war inside American conservatism. Charlie Kirk, the TPUSA founder, was assassinated September 2025, Utah Valley University shot dead, and America grieved. His wife Erika Kirk took over TPUSA, and then Candace Owens started asking a questions. And here's the matter started. Questions that became accusations. Accusations that became a YouTube series. A series that became a lawsuit. And now the whole conservative house is on fire. And why? And here is the central truth of everything you are about to see. Grief is not a shield. Power is not a defense. And in America right now, nobody is safe from their own side. And why? Why it was happened? Who was Candace Owens before this war started? Candace Owens wasn't just a commentator. She was inside the Crick machine. She worked for Turning Point USA. She was there when Charlie Kirk met Erika back in 2018. This isn't an outside air attack. This is a family eating family. And you know what? And in American conservative politics, that is the most dangerous kind. And when did Candace Owens turns on Erika Kirk? The moment Charlie Kirk's body hit the ground, within weeks, Woven started asking questions. She launched an 8-episode YouTube series. She called it The Bride of Charlie. Not a tribute, a prosecution. Erika Kirk, a widow, the two children, became the suspect. The dog won't hurt in a normal world. But in 2025, America, it went viral. And what is the Fort Huachuca conspiracy? In plain English, do you know that this is where it gets dark, really dark? Candace Owens went on her podcast with a guest named Mitchell Snow. Snow claimed Erika Kirk attended a secret army intelligence meeting Fort Huachuca, a military base in Arizona. The claim: Erika and Charlie's own head of security, Brian Harpole, met here the day before the assassination to plan the murder. Holy shit, that is not a murder, that is a rumor, that is a conspiracy accusation. This is the kind of claim and that ends careers. And now Brian Harpole is suing Candace Owens for defamation. He says the story was quote, completely and obviously fabricated. This is not my first rodeo. And when lawsuits follow, that last. And it's very fast. Something went very sideways very fast. Why did Erika Kirk breaks at the WHCD shooting? April 25, 2026, Washington Hilton shots fired. A gunman opened fire near the security checkpoint. Erika Kirk was inside. She was seen in tears and escorted out. For context, her husband was shot dead just 7 months earlier. She watched it happen again in real time at a gala. Every American with a heart understood these tears. And but Candace Owens, she was already calculating the next move. What did Candace Owens predicted after the WHCD shooting? This is the part nobody is talking about. Candace Owens publicly predicted Erika Kirk would use the shooting, use the near assassination to exit the spotlight. Think about that for a second. Americans, a woman watches gunfire erupt around her again, the and her political enemy is already spinning the narrative, and that is cold, that is calculated, that is Candace Owens in 2026. And what is the grief conspiracy and why does it work? Grief conspiracy, that's the clinical term for this pattern, and it's when someone weaponizes a traumatic death, a narrative that reflects, redirects blame. In plain English, you can call and you lose someone, and instead of accepting the pain, you find a villain. Conspiracy becomes therapy. Accusations became control. Owens lost a friend and a professional platform when Charlie died. Targeting Erika Kirk gave her something to do with that loss. That's not justice, that's emotional displacement. What is the defamation by proxy? And is that what happened here? And defamation by a proxy, pay attention to this term. It's when you let someone else make the accusation on your platform so you can claim you never said it yourself. Mitchell Snow told the Fort Huachuca story on Owens podcast. Owens spread it to millions of the followers. When Erika Kirk confronted her, Owens said, I never claimed that. But the lawsuit names Owens directly, her company, her podcast. In America, in American law, you can't outsource a lie and stay clean. That's the whole 9 years of what defamation by proxy means. Why is Laura Loomer celebrating Owens getting sued? And you understand that? Because Laura Loomer and Candace Owens hate each other. In a period, Loomer posted a mugshot of Owens' husband, George Farmer, online. Owens responded by mocking Loomer personally, viciously, and Loomer that threatened to expose Owens, quote, expunged records, immigration issues, alcohol, hypocrisy, lies, and alleged homosexuality. Bless your heart. Conservative media, you just described a civil war. Loomer saw the Harpole lawsuit and wrote almost like she got ambushed in American politics. That is a victory lap. And what is the narcissistic martyrdom and who is doing it here? And narcissistic martyrdom, here the psychological term explained simply, it when someone positions themselves as the victim of their own attack. Owens attacks Erika Kirk for months, relentlessly. Kirk finally responds publicly, emotionally, directly. Owens immediately says Kirk's response was an unimaginated disaster. She is the attacker calling the defender fragile. Every American who is ever dealt with a bully at work knows this move. It's as old as the hills and the steel works every damn time. Is there any truth in that Owens has been saying? There is a question that makes people uncomfortable. So let's go there. Tyler Robinson has been charged with Charlie Kirk's murder alone. The Macron defamation lawsuit against Owens is real and active. The Fort Huachuca story has been called completely fabricated in court filings. Brian Harpole worked with Kirk since 2018. She called it all lies. So what does Owens actually have? Doubt the question's audience engagement in America right now. Doubt is the product, and Candace Owens knows how to sell it better than almost anyone alive. And here comes to the story. It reveals what was the one moment Erika Kirk said enough is enough. In April 29, 2026, Kirk posted a video, no makeup, baseball cap, black. She looked straight into the camera and said the words aloud. I have Candace Owens claimed I murdered my husband. Those are not the words of a PR team. That's woman at her limit. Every American woman who has ever been falsely accused now that face. That video went viral instantly and Owens called it a disaster. And the truth because of Owens, it's absolutely worse. What is the real power play inside TPUSA right now? Here's what the mainstream media was not saying. TPUSA is a massive conservative operation. Real money, real influence. Charlie Kirk built it. He got shot. Now Erika runs it. Candace Owens used to be a part of that machine. She left. She built her own platform. Now she is attacking the old ones. Isn't it grief? This is a business war dressed up as a crusade. The chickens are coming home to roast and they are all wearing MAGA hats. Do you understand? What does the Macron lawsuit tells us about Owens patterns? July 2025, Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron showed Candace Owens in Delaware. The claim Owens falsely stated France's first lady is biologically male. She built a podcast series around it, sold, and mer- merchandise made money. And the French court appeal did not vindicate her at all. Now she faces defamation from the Macrons and the Brian Harpole. That's not bad luck. That is a pattern of behavior and pattern recognition. Americans is the most powerful tool you have. And you know what? That tool has America seen this kind of insider attack before. And Roger allies, Fox News, the man who built the conservative media empire, was ultimately destroyed by the people who worked closest to him. Internal wars doesn't stay internal in American media. They never do. Sounds familiar, right? And what does the Alex Jones, who is a Sandy Hook pattern, teaches us? Alex Jones turned a mass shooting into a conspiracy franchise. He built a media empire on a grief of American families. The courts eventually came for him. $1 billion verdict. Defamation in America has a price. The Fort Huachuca claim has a price. Candace Owens is a watching the meter trick right now. Sounds familiar? The And you know what? Here the truth underneath all of this. Americans, Candace Owens did not invent this playbook. She inherited it from the American media culture itself. Attack the grief, question the widow, sell the doubt. It works because we let it work. Erika Kirk lost her husband in the most public, violent way. Imagine, instead of being left home, grief, she became a target inside her own movement by people who shared her beliefs. The betrayal nobody saw coming. It was always going to come from inside the house. And Candace Owens built her career calling out betrayal. She just became a very thing she warned Americans about the betrayal. And I want you to think about something before you go. Has someone in your own circle, someone you trusted, every turn your worst movement into their content? Drop your answer below. Americans, I read every single one. I'm waiting for your opinion in the comment box. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Please subscribe my